Hi everyone, it's Simon here with a review of Muse Dash. Muse Dash is a mobile-based rhythm action game which has recently made the jump to PC and Nintendo Switch. I've not played the mobile port, so I've come fresh to it on PC, and I have to say I've had an absolutely fantastic time with it. So really glad I've picked it up. I just wanted to share the love on exactly why I think Muse Dash does what it does so well. So stick around. This game originally comes out for £2.99 and comes with 40 tracks from the off, which is, I think, fantastic value for money. The soundtrack is absolutely superb. It's full of catchy Chinese/Korean/Japanese J-poppy, electronica, jazz influenced in occasion, and a few little rock tweaks here and there. But in general, it is hyperactive, verging on Dance Dance Revolution sometimes, full-on beats per minute soundtrack, which I absolutely love and adore. The way how the game plays is very similar to Radio Hammer Station, if you've played that before, and I featured that on my channel quite often, which is why I refer to it. You've got two trains of enemies coming towards you, like an upper and lower tier, and you assign, on the PC version, it's the F and J keys on your keyboard to hit high and low. As the enemies come towards you, you'll hit the enemies to the beat of the song. And what Muse Dash does really, really well is to align those beats to either the chords on like the main riff of a chorus, or the vocals of like syllables, very similar to Project Diva, to how they do their rhythm action like charts. Or what it will do is playfully get a rhythm and kind of mash it out over the top of the beat, so it's as if you're adding your own like cymbal kicks or like drum beats to the other side of the music, and it's really like you feel like you're adding to the actual soundtrack as it goes through. The rhythms that you're beating out aren't obscure, they always feel really interconnected with the song itself, and so you get very much into the spirit of the song. And because it will repeat itself, and you'll do like a frame of 4 bars essentially before you normally move on to something else. Once you've got the first one down, you're like, right, I'm on it, and then it'll have like a little frill at the end and continue on. And I just love the way how it all comes together. It goes beyond Radio Hammer Station for me for several reasons, and it's because it has a few tricks up its sleeves as to the enemies that come towards you. There's different sizes and shapes, and they'll come from different areas on the screen, so some will give you more notice than others. There's also ghost ones that disappear as they come towards you, so you've got to keep an extra eye out for those. And what I really like is that there are some enemies that will come along with an exclamation mark, and that's almost like a Taiko no Tatsujin or Taiko Drum Master, where you've got to just like mash out as fast as you can to try and get like a mini combo. You'll also have like a high score alternate version of something as well. So quite often there's a boss that will be encountered during a level, and it will fly towards you and you'll have to beat it back again. If you miss that, it's almost as if you may miss an extra couple of beats further on down the line to get the ultimate top full combo high score. So that's really, really cool that that's implemented. And those bosses appear over and over again, but they do different things each time. On top of that, you've also got notes that you collect that don't necessarily add to your combo, but they'll add to your high score, because the combo only really appears with enemies. You've got the stars, which are like note gliders, and then as you get through into medium and hard difficulty for most of the tracks, and most of the tracks will have 3 levels of difficulty, not some of the ones very early in the game, they'll just have the 2. The progression of difficulty is really, really smooth. So it goes between 1 and 9 essentially for being some of the hardest stuff. I think there might be a couple that go beyond that, but it feels like you're really understanding that actually if you're struggling with a 6 or a 5, you can really make the tangible differences and understand why something is so much more difficult and therefore deserves the 6 or the 7. In other games sometimes it feels quite arbitrary, but in Muse Dash it really works superbly well. The other thing that I really, really like is that alongside unlocking songs as you level up, so you'll start off with 4 songs out of the 40 initially, and then as you play them, you've got different feats attached to not only each track, but you in playing daily itself will have daily challenges. So it might be like get a combo of 300 or full combo 2 songs consecutively, that kind of thing. That will then give you trophies, which then are always converted to XP and will level you up. As you level up, almost every single level, and then later on every 2 levels, a new track will unlock for you. So it's constantly drip feeding you stuff, not at a rate where you'll exhaust all of your previous stuff and you'll end up replaying stuff over and over. Because if you unlock the harder difficulty and then try it, you'll be well ahead of the XP curve as is. But not only along with that, you'll also have different characters to unlock and different costumes. There's a little bit of a naughty anime fan service going on with this, which I feel is a bit unnecessary because the game stands up without any of that and doesn't need any of it. The graphics are cute enough as it is. But these characters will have different traits. So HP will come in for some of them, and some will be higher and lower, and some of them will have like a buff. So if you get hit once, it will give you like a 2-second like flash of invisibility before you can then be hit again. Or if you miss something before your combo reaches 100, then it won't count and it will keep your combo going, those kind of things. It just depends on which character you choose. And those characters are kind of tied to as you level up as you go along. The other thing that you get, which I didn't notice until about halfway through my game, was that you get something called elfins as well. And these are little fairies that will fly along with you and give you buffs. And they will kind of play out quite often around how your like super mode kicks in. So you've got a combo that goes across the bottom and you dive into like a hyper mode. And quite often the elves will then like make you invincible for that period of time, so that if you do muck up, then it's not going to ruin your combo or take down your HP or something like that. There's only one downside it's not even a downside that I've got to Muse Dash, and that's around the online leaderboards. Because this game is mobile first and then has spread to Switch and PC, when you want to access the online leaderboards or have your scores uploaded, you need to connect your Facebook account or like your Google account so that you can then push your scores up to the online leaderboards. I have no interest in that whatsoever, and I'd want it to just push out from my Steam account, and I'd assume from my Nintendo Switch account as well. This is all down to it being mobile first, of course. Apparently you can pull across if you do link the accounts up together, anything that you have done previously on mobile. Your purchases do not carry across though, and I've seen some people kind of go, that's annoying. But what I have seen and what I quite like is that they've basically said for the next year we are adding 6 songs a month and we're going to package this as a 1 year worth of DLC. It's priced at just over £20, but it contains about 80 songs actually, which I still think is pretty damn good value when you're talking about a rhythm action game. I've seen some people being like, but the game's originally £3, why you do this? I think that's just to get people through the door initially, and then being like, do you know what, we've offered you so much content, here's a ton more if you want it. And I'm quite happy to support a developer to do that, because the base game here is absolutely top notch, top of the line rhythm action, and I'm going to give them my support. So this is a resounding 2 thumbs up from me about Muse Dash. Wished it didn't have all of the fan service, but meh, what can you do? It's got a fantastic soundtrack. You guys will take care. If you'd like to see some gameplay of this separately alongside the Music Mondays, do let me know in the comments below, because I do like to rhythm action it on a Monday. And you guys take care. Bye.
This channel is just one of my many projects that cover games, music and film. If you enjoy any of these and would consider supporting me to develop further in the future, you can do so by visiting patreon.com/Satorimon. Thank you for your time and for watching the video.